Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more FIFA 20 Myplayer career mode here today on the channel. We're back with season 3 of my career series. We're going to be signing for a brand new club here today. We've had a lot of offers and I've read your guys' suggestions in the comments. So I've made the decision to sign for Manchester United. So if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on, let me know in the comments feedback and suggestions for the series thus far. How many seasons should I do at United, and who should I move on after signing for the Red Devils? So in season 1 of my Myplayer career series, we started off in Burnley. Millwall. We managed to promote them and get them to the Premier League. Unfortunately, they were relegated, and we did leave the club, joining Burnley, where we won the FA Cup and the Carling Cup. Manchester United finished second last season, and they've gone out and given me a huge contract to join the club. Mario Balotelli was brought in as my replacement after being the Premier League's top goal scorer last year. So Burnley have now signed Mario Balotelli, which is interesting. So 22 years of age, I've signed for United. The main objective for this season is to, of course, try and win the Premier League. This is not the same Manchester United as we have in real life. They came second in the Premier League last season on 97 points. They only lost the league by a very small margin. But now I've joined United. We need a new trim, we need some new boots, and we need a bit of a freshening up, let's say, before we get stuck into our first season. So we've still got the likes of Martial at the club. There have been some new players signed as well. It's going to be interesting to see what team they play in my debut. So I've been giving my debut here today on the 4th match of the season. After 3 games played, United sit on first, Liverpool at the top. I have been chosen to be played in the Manchester derby, which is quite insane. So let's see who they're going to be playing with. Now, Anthony Martial was United's top goal scorer last night. He's been playing last season. He is naturally their striker, scoring 24 plus goals last season, I believe. I did hit the 30 margin myself. But he's got a 6-week injury, so I'm going to be playing up top with Hakim Ziyech just behind me, Pereira, Coleman, Matuidi and Paul Pogba in the midfield, and then we've got the defensive line as well. So a couple of new faces, Matuidi, Hakim Ziyech, and of course on the left hand side with Kingsley Coleman. After 3 full seasons, how is Pep Guardiola going to be lining up here today? So it's a different Manchester United squad, and compared to them in real life, they are performing a lot better on the pitch than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's United in real life. Kevin De Bruyne and Edison in the starting position. So being picked in the Manchester derby is quite huge. We did have a couple of other offers as well. Bayern Munich came in for me, Red Bull Leipzig, Roma. We could have had a stint in Italy if I chose. Manchester United offered me the more wages. I kind of wish that you could spend your wages in a Myplayer series, even if it was for slight stat boosts, because realistically, apart from club prestige and possibilities of winning trophies, there's not too much of a difference between signing for like Bayern Munich and Manchester United on the wage valuation scale, if you know what I mean. So I'm starting my debut in the Manchester derby. I've been given the number 7, the former Memphis Depay and David Beckham and Ronaldo number. So I'm going to start things off here as well. Wan-Bissaka making up the back line. So Man City have signed Rabagnoli. They've also got Fabian as well. I'm currently 80 overall. Here are the ratings for City as well. Angelino, Rodri, Fabian, Bernardo, Aguero, Sterling making up their starting 11. Simpzy on the break here in the box with the Ronaldo chop. Takes a touch and it's a nice cutback goal there, a solo goal by myself to hammer it past Ederson to score my first United goal just before the 14th minute, signing for, I believe it was a £40 million move from Burnley. I felt like I pushed the team as much as I could at Burnley. We won the FA Cup and the Carling Cup. We've made Champions League football, and I felt that United needed me more than Burnley do. And they replaced Mario Balotelli with me anyway. Scoring my debut goal in a derby. Come on, Fabian. Kingsley Coleman trying to intercept Rodri. Manchester City pinging the ball at the edge of the box there. Aguero's been slipped through. And David De Gea has conceded a very cheap goal there by Sergio Aguero to make it 1-1 just before the 26th minute. Aguero scoring his third goal of the season. Rodri finds Fabian. Memphis goes for goal, and after 3 seasons at the start of our career, Memphis Depay is back in the Premier League, signing for Manchester City, the cross-city rivals. The former Red Devil under the Louis van Gaal era scores his first goal just before the 64th. Coleman flicks in myself. Simpzy breaking away in the 70th minute. Can he clutch it? He can! It's 2-2 just before the 73rd. And the Red Devils bring it back at Old Trafford. It's 2-2 with a magnificent Simpzy goal. And that's something special. On the counter-attack, blitzkrieging forward. Hammers it slightly to the left, away from the goalkeeping ability of Ederson, and Laporte just not quick enough to track back. Simpzy, the number 7, makes it 2-2 just before the 73rd. Come on, United. A goal at the Stretford end, and Coleman comes off for Hakim Ziyech. What a team this Manchester United squad is under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Laporte determined to bring something back for the citizens. Fabian, Memphis, back to De Bruyne. Memphis goes for goal. And that is just rubbing salt into the proverbial wound. Memphis with the technical ability to push through there. What a finish. And hugs Pep Guardiola. Man, oh man, what a career he would have had if he stayed with us. But now he's a citizen, like the traitor Carlos Tevez. De Bruyne, Depay brings it back to 4-2. So with my brace up front, looks like it's not going to be enough at the other end, because my defence and midfield have been lackluster. Dallo to Oscar, and that's it. The full-time whistle was blown on my opening debut. It was a massive result. Memphis Depay managed to pick up a hat-trick, and we lost 4-2. However, I did manage to get a brace in my debut. So for the sort of selfish and player accolades, I did quite well. Rightio then, guys, an almost dream debut. Although we lost, I managed to show Ole Gunnar Solskjaer what I was worth. So we've been picked again here in the Northwest derby against Liverpool. Spurs lead, followed by Man City, Chelsea, and then United in 4th behind a point. Liverpool are in 5th. So we're going to be hosting the Scousers at Old Trafford here today, the Theatre of Dreams. Now let's see, after 3 seasons, how Jurgen Klopp has built and pushed on with his team. We're coming off a previous rival loss against Man City 4-2. So hopefully we can push the Scousers here together. Man City won the Premier League by 5 points last year. We finished in 2nd. So we've got a lot of attacking opportunities going forward, but my defence in midfield seem a little bit lackluster, along with David De Gea. But I'm playing up front. Hakim Ziyech is playing with me, Wan-Bissaka. So Liverpool have Ivan Perisic, Thomas Partey, Fabinho in the midfield, Alisson in goal, Siemdu, Sul, Junior, the Barcelona left back, Thomas Partey's come in to replace the Gini Wijnaldum role, which I think is quite cool, the former athletic man. But let's get stuck into Liverpool. Nice ball over the top to find Salah breaking away and dominating the right. He cutbacks and burns Dalot. Smalling comes up to save. And Pogba trying to track, and it's Liverpool to get the shot on target. Scary scenes. United trying to play out from the back. Pogba to Hakim Ziyech. Coleman. Simpzy turns his man well, but it's a poor pass, and Ivan Perisic intercepts. He was rumoured to be joining United at one point in his career, and Oxlade-Chamberlain drills it into the bottom left. It's an absolute blinder, looking to bend it. It's a beauty by the Ox. The former Arsenal man has made it 1-0 here for Liverpool, scoring his second of the season. Andreas to myself. Simpzy plays through Pogba. Pogba goes through and he's been drawn. Paul Pogba has managed to draw a penalty against the number 4 Virgil van Dijk. But this squad still has the likes of Smalling and Andreas. So although it's still a fair amount of rebuilding. Now Pogba has made the decision to give myself the penalty. Can I score my first at Old Trafford? I step up and I drill it to make it 1-1. I put it on a plate for Pogba. He drove through and drew the penalty. But I wanted to get off and running. I am probably one of the best penalty kick takers at United. And cool, calm and collected. Steps up, hammers it to the right at the Stretford end. Under the Theatre of Dreams. 1-1 in the Northwest Derby. Simpzy makes it his third goal of the season against top rivals. And does the worm in celebration. What a goal. Oscar looking to feed me through. Breaking away from Virgil van Dijk here. Been drawn into a little bit of a scuffle. A foul's been given, but play on has been taken, and it's 2-1 at the Stretford end again. I can't stop scoring there. Outstanding. What a strike from myself there to make it 2-1, and we just need to hold out this league. I've done my stuff at the top, leading for the front in this 4-2-3-1 formation that Ollie loves to play with. I'm turning my man, I'm beating the last defender, and I've gone off there for Mason Greenwood. We just need the lads to hold on a little bit longer. Rakitic to Ivan Perisic, the 2 Croatian internationals looking to bring it in. Fabinho in the dying moments brings it back to 2-2. And I can't really do much about that. As I'm not the manager of the club, I can't improve the defense, nor the midfield or the goalkeeper. I can't choose the tactics, I only can do my best. But Ivan Rakitic finds Fabinho, and David De Gea really should have saved that one there. 2-2 after coming off. There's not much I really can do about that. So we've lost against Man City, however we scored 2 goals. We've scored 2 goals against Liverpool, and we've drawn against our rivals. It's going to be a tough and difficult season. However, if we ever have to move club, I think I'll have a bright future. Okay guys, so after playing 37 games of this series, we managed to finish it on 102 points with a game in hand. Man City have chased us all the way with 101 points. And we've got the last match of the season, which I wasn't chosen to play in, against Fulham. Fred, Coleman, Ziyech scoring there against West Ham. And we've won the Premier League. Liverpool in 3rd on 94. Spurs in 4th on 84. Arsenal in 7th. Fulham, Aston Villa, Huddersfield getting relegated. Newcastle in 13th. Arsenal in 7th. Everton in 4th. We managed to get knocked out of the FA Cup. Spurs went and won that. We managed to get knocked out of the Carabao Cup, and Spurs won that as well. And we did, however, make it to the UEFA Champions League final against Barcelona away. Monaco won the Europa League. Australia, we managed to break through in our group, but after 38 games, I finished as 8th top goal scorer with 18 goals in the Prem. Sterling with 31, Kane with 30, Martial with 23 after coming back from his injury. So we've won the Premier League. We got dumped out of the 2 cups, which I don't really mind about because when I played at Burnley, we won the FA Cup and Carabao. So I've already got those pieces of silverware under my belt. We've won the Premier League with United by the smallest of margins. However, we have our first opportunity to win a Champions League final. That's against Barcelona. And it's going to be a tough one because that's the Johan Cruyff Arena in the Netherlands. So we're going to Barcelona's second home. They're going to feel right and ready at the Johan Cruyff Stadium. So let's see, after 3 seasons, who Barcelona are going to be playing with. I wonder if they have like Xavi or something managing them. I wish you could see sort of player transfers like that. Maybe Pep, but Pep's still at Man City. Valverde might very well have come back. You never know. But let's see this Barcelona squad. Ousmane Dembele has come back from his horrid injury in real life. Griezmann, Arthur, and Ndombele plays for Barca. And Trent Alexander-Arnold along with Robertson. Wow, Liverpool have lost their 2 fullbacks. They've joined Barca. I'm leading the line, of course. 81 rated. Stegens 91. Yeah, Robertson 89. Frankie, Arthur, Ndombele 89. After having a difficult season with Mourinho, he's made his way to Barcelona after 3. Griezmann charging forward. Messi back to Griezmann. Barcelona carving the Red Devils' defence like carving a cake. And Messi, just before the 30th there against Wan-Bissaka, makes it 1-0. And already the Red Devils on the European stage are down 1-0. We haven't come up clutch against our rivals this season and in finals, so only time will tell how this Champions League final develops. And Ndombele makes it 2-0. This team, this Manchester United squad, I was hyping it at the start. It's not like it is in real life. It kind of has the same sickness. Coleman now on the break, looking to create something. Kingsley Coleman draws a penalty against Samuel Umtiti. So they have leveled up, winning the Premier League, finishing second last year from where they are in real life, climbing like 4 or 5 places. But this team still has a lot of just dead wood in it, along with the likes of Smalling, maybe David De Gea a little bit past. So I step up for my first penalty in the Champions League final. I've brought it back to 2-1 at least with a Kingsley Coleman charge there just before the 64th. I've scored a clutch penalty this season against Liverpool, and now I've scored another. But already we're on the back foot. Hopefully we can have a similar scene like in Moscow and along with other Premier League sides as well. Chelsea in Munich, Liverpool in Istanbul, Andreas as well still at the club. Hakim Ziyech looking to turn his man back in the Netherlands, the former Ajax international. Kingsley Coleman on the break beats Trent Alexander-Arnold. It even makes it more difficult with his fullbacks, and Kingsley Coleman has drawn a second penalty, and surely that's a red card for Samuel Umtiti because he's picked up 2 there. A little bit harsh, I guess. Messi's now come off, and as I've already scored 1, I've been given the opportunity to try and score the second. We've gone to the left. This time we're going to go to the right. From the spot kick, can United bring it back to 2-2 with 2 penalties? Will this be a night to remember for the Red Devils? And it is! 2-2 from the spot. Oh my god, it's actually really hard to score penalties against the AI, especially on this difficulty, because they just know where you're going to go. I guess with the human element, you have to pick a point, but the game can really sort of cheat and code it if it wants. And I've hammered it to the right. I've beaten Stegen twice from the spot. 2-2 in the Champions League final. Can we win the UEFA Champions League? Only time will tell. Going against our stat record against the top side, doesn't look likely. We've lost against Man City, and we drew. But Hakim Ziyech to make it 3-2, and he does in the 94th. After 2 full halves, he couldn't separate the 2 sides. It's gone to extra time. Hakim Ziyech has made it 2-3. The number 14 has fallen back into the squad there. Brandon Williams, Scott McTominay still making up the squad, and scared not to give away an additional third penalty. Hakim Ziyech has scored a sensational goal, inch perfect to drive it away from Ter Stegen. Some unorthodox tactics here, and it's aerial through balls there from Frankie de Jong to find Ruiz. That is the most BS goal I have ever seen from Barcelona. This is like some Stoke City level shit. Aerial ball from midfield into the 30 yards. Frankie de Jong over the top. A good flick on by Usman, and Ruiz on the volley there hammers it past David De Gea. He's had a stinker of a season, 3-3. And will it be drawn to a penalty shootout? Pogba charging forth. Back to Simpzy. Simpzy back to Pogba. Pogba to make it 4-2. And he does it in the 113th minute there. There have been 7 goals in this UEFA Champions League final. Either side could realistically win it, but has Paul Pogba put the final nail in Barcelona's coffin? Wan-Bissaka playing out from the back. Brandon Williams here on the right. Ziyech turns his man. It's 4-3. Man oh man, we created very few opportunities in this match, and Brandon Williams has got the armband, is absolutely ecstatic. Robertson and Trent trying to win their additional Champions League final. Obviously winning it with Liverpool 3 seasons ago. But that's it. We've pushed it all the way. I've won the Premier League. I've won the Champions League final. I'm curious to see what offers we get at the end of the season. As I've already won the FA Cup or Carabao, I am tempted to maybe leave next season. But let me know in the comments. Maybe we should play those matches again against our rivals, because I still haven't beaten Liverpool nor Manchester City. Or maybe it's time to move on to something else. So should I do another season with United, the Red Devils? I don't know why the crowd's T-posing there. That's quite funny, to be honest. Or should we move on to another club? Let me know in the comment section down below. And depending on the general consensus, yeah, we'll make a decision. So let's see what offers we get towards the end. 4-3, we managed to beat Barcelona. And you're most welcome to pause and run through some of the stats. So we're in Season 4 here now. We have the Community Shield against Spurs. And let's have a look at some of the transfer offers I have received. AC Milan coming with a bid. We could go to Italy. Bayer Leverkusen come with another bid. They've been hunting for me for seasons. Napoli come in with an offer as well. Wolves as well. I don't want to go to another Premier League side. Bordeaux, we could have a stint in France, in the wine country. That'd be quite cool. It's actually a loan offer, but Real Madrid come in with £170 million. Should I join the Galacticos? Let me know in the comments. Atletico Madrid, the red side of Madrid, come in with me. Should we play under Diego Simeone, or we could go to Arsenal? I am not particularly interested in joining another Premier League club. I am interested to go abroad. Newcastle can buy my wages. I think I'm like a £40-50 million player now. But let me know in the comments who I should sign for next season, or should I stay at United? Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're not enjoying the series, feel free to leave a dislike. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box these days. To get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click subscribe, of course, and the bell to join the notification squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. If you guys want to get yourself some cheap and reliable games, maybe some PSN and Xbox codes to buy packs for Ultimate Team, or maybe just some games, I really do recommend checking out my affiliation link, G2A. There's some really good prices, so even just looking around, to be honest. Anyway, the Patreon and Steam group there as well. Come and join the community on Steam. My name has been Simpzy. Stay tuned for more videos on the channel. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye. Mahrez. whips it into the box. Royce! That is just ridiculous with the layup. Marco Royce